This place is looking full to the rafters, but despite that, there are only two people who we can actually speak to. One of them is Casimir himself, and the other person is this rather melancholy gentleman right here.
Well, 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 it's the man who wears the star. The big, bright Texaco star. Can I trust my car to you, or don't you do brakes?
I have to admit, I do not get this reference.
If you're here to pay your last respects, I'm already dead.
Pyotr, dear Pyotr, come home with me now.
No.
God damn you, Pyotr, I'll see you in hell!
Last one in's a rotten egg.
You're being very childish.
I know you are, but what am I?
I come all the way from America to see you, and what do I get? Smart-mouth comments.
You know, Jake, you're such an old gypsy woman sometimes. I'm going to drink till sunup, and then you know what's going to happen?
You'll turn into a man-shaped pile of dust?
Nope. Guess again.
You'll shrivel like a prune until you're a corpse?
Nope. Again.
You'll fade away until you vanish completely?
Nope.
I give up.
I'm going to turn into a pile of dust in the shape of a man.
Didn't I guess that?
Nope. So I appreciate your following me here, but my maid is bined up. Now, let me drink in peace. Oh, my pal, the werewolf.
Come on, we're going home.
Home where?
Home to Long Island.
Home is where the heart is, right? Well, I did not leave my heart on Long Island.
Okay, where is it?
It's gone. My heart was ripped out a long time ago.
You built a life for yourself on Long Island. You made a lot of friends, good friends. You became important to a lot of people. You didn't have a heart then?
I was running on fumes.
Home to your castle.
I don't belong here. I don't belong anywhere.
Any home you want.
I want rest. I've earned a rest.
Well, you're not going to get one just yet.
Oh, my pal, the werewolf.
What's the problem, Pyotr? What's the real problem?
You must be lonely, Jake. What if you felt that lonely for your whole life? I've lived my life as a lonely adult man for longer than you've been alive.
But it doesn't have to be that way.
Well, maybe you can replace Barbara, but I can't replace Sasha. Oh, my pal, the werewolf.
If you don't cooperate, I'm going to use reverse psychology on you.
So go ahead. Use reverse psychology on me. See if I care. Go ahead. I want you to.
If he's that anxious for me to use it on him, he must not be susceptible to it. Darn.
Oh, my pal, the werewolf.
Who's Sasha?
We used to sit in here and play As Slime Goes By on the jukebox. When she smiled, I could feel it in here. The last time I saw her, I don't know how many years ago it was, she had made a decision. There was a teacher of hers, and he gave her something I guess I didn't have. Anyway, I've never heard from her again, so I guess she was happy with him. Is happy with him, for all I know.
This may come as a shock, but Sasha is in town. There are more things we can do in Casimir's bar, but if I do some things that I need to do, then this game becomes very glitchy. As in, I can't re-enter the bar after I leave it, because it will crash. So I'm going to speak to Sasha now. It's only a couple of lines, but still. Hello, Sasha. I believe that we did not get this person's name when we were in here originally.
Yes.
Well, the Piotr you knew 50 years ago is sitting in Casimir's right now.
Really? That's nice. I hope I get a chance to see him.
Would you be willing to come to the bar to see him?
I don't think so.
Why not?
I don't believe I owe you an explanation.
This is for him.
I know that. I do.
Now we know that Sasha will not come with us. Maybe Piotr will come with us to see Sasha.
Oh, my pal, the werewolf.
Oh. I thought that there might have been some dialogue here, but never mind.
If you don't cooperate, I'm going to use reverse psychology on you.
So go ahead. Use reverse psychology on me. See if I care. Go ahead. I want you to.
If he's that anxious for me to use it on him, he must not be susceptible to it. Darn.
I thought that there was a way to speak to Piotr about Sasha, but obviously not. Anyway, let's speak to Casimir.
Good evening, young man. Casimir Pajitnov, owner and operator.
Jake Stonebender. Pleased to meet you. You know, your bar reminds me of a bar in the United States.
Long Island?
That's right.
Oh, next time you see Mike, tell him Casimir sends his best, won't you?
I will.
Great. If I can do anything for you, just scream. Welcome.
Are you and Mike related?
Not in the way you probably mean it.
Is it too nosy to ask how you are related?
Well, ask Mike. He'll tell you what he wants you to know.
Yeah. You two are related, all right.
Right here.
You've known Piotr for a long time, I take it.
Longer than I like to dwell on. I knew him back when he was knee-high to a knee, I guess.
What happened when he left Transylvania? What happened with the woman?
I hate to say, because I know you're trying to help him, but we have a sort of rule around here that you don't pry. You figure when someone wants to tell you, he'll tell you.
I'm not asking you to break any confidences.
And it's not like I'm invisible either, or maybe I am. Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you.
See? I forgot everything I ever learned about being a magician. Or a ninja.
Sorry, Jake, but it doesn't matter. He'll tell you what he wants to tell you when he's ready. Till then, it won't matter. Can't help a guy who doesn't want to be helped.
In his frame of mind, I'm worried it's going to be too late before he asks for help.
You're keeping an eye on him. That's all you need to do. Right here.
How long has Casimir's been here?
Next year will be 125 years in the same location. And most of the regulars are the same ones we started with.
You must have met some very famous people.
For a time, about 40, 50 years ago, when Hollywood discovered us, yes. We had a lot of actors coming in, researching their roles. Used to have their pictures covering the walls. Right here.
Do you guys have theme nights?
Sure we do. Tonight's Curse Night.
So I discovered.
And whoever figures out the riddles on the blackboard gets cursed extra loudly by everybody else in the bar.
Oh yeah, I know how that goes.
We haven't started the riddles yet, though, and then on Mondays, there's the wet T-shirt contest night.
Some of these guys must look pretty ghastly in wet T-shirts.
Well, for dog's sake, we don't wear the T-shirts. Everybody brings in their favorite T-shirt. We dunk them in the sink, lay them out on the bar, and whichever one looks the best when it's wet wins. Is there some other way to do it?
Nah.
That sounds like an interesting concept.
Is he dead?
Hardly. That's Dimitri. He's got kidney disease. So some of the regulars here siphon off his blood, filter it for him, and stick it back in him at the end of the night. We get all the flavor. He gets the benefits. And it's cheaper than dialysis. He's what we refer to as the local White Russian.
There are 3 people who we can get additional dialogue. I was going to say from, but we get the dialogue from Jake and not from the characters themselves.
Hey, I thought this was the old country. So I could be talking about the old country and really be referring to the United States before its first senile president? Excellent. Man, I love having a narrator. Excuse me, but you got some toilet paper stuck to your foot. Game over, man. Game over.
Aha! A jukebox.
Don't play B-17. That was our song.
Piotr, it's been over 50 years. When are you going to forget about her? What'd you come back here for?
I'm asking the questions around here. Okay.
Okay.
Good.
I'm guessing B-17 is As Slime Goes By.
If you want to try and fix it, go ahead. Just don't take it out of the bar. I can sell it to one of the doctors around here for spare parts.
Yeah, we're not allowed to leave with the jukebox in our possession. So we need to find a way to fix it in this room. Now, you may have noticed that there is a lot of lightning in the sky in this area. Well, let's see if we can do a Dr. Frankenstein on it.
It's alive! Alive!
Good Lord.
Spaff on.
Yeah, I believe it's after this sequence here is when it starts getting glitchy every time you try to re-enter the bar. I'm guessing that all of these are going to be puns. Ah, here we go. B17, as slime goes by. Ponfar? Is that a Star Trek reference?
Didn't I say not to play that?
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Wasn't that a double negative?
I can walk myself. I feel sick.
Do you have to throw up?
I don't know. My head hurts.
Let's get you home.
I don't want to go home. I'm not ready to go home.
Okay, want to see if we can sober you up?
Alright, now it's time to see Sasha. Well, in a moment.
What? Stop shouting.
I'm not shouting.
We have very sensitive ears, and I'm getting a hangnail.
You mean a hangover?
What? Stop shouting.
You doing okay?
Who would have thought a guy without a heartbeat could have such a pounding headache? I need some aspirin, or caffeine, or both. What? Stop shouting.
We should talk about why you're feeling this way.
Oh, God. I don't want to talk. I don't want to share. I don't want to communicate. I don't want to rap. I don't want to.
Okay, all right, I get the picture.
Shh. 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 What? Stop shouting.
You gonna show me around Transylvania?
Maybe. Later. Let's just go someplace where I can sit down and be sick in peace and quiet.
Yeah, Piotr?
Sasha?
How are you?
Same as ever.
I think I'll just step outside for a while.
Stay here, Jake. We just sat down. This is the woman I never told you about.
You must have.
I would have married this woman. Ziv and I both wanted to.
Piotr.
When she met me to tell me she'd picked Ziv, she had lines on her face.
I don't...
Lines from the bedclothes. From lying on the sheets with him.
I don't believe this.
She put her arms around me and called me sweetheart. But she smelled like him.
I'm just going...
You're drunk, you're being disgusting, and you're embarrassing everybody. I think you should leave. And if you won't leave, the least I think you could do is leave me alone.
Come on, Piotr, let's get out of here. I'm sorry, this was my mistake.
What the hell happened to you? You know?
Come on.
Is she still there?
I think so. But I wouldn't try to talk with her again just now.
Jake, I swear she's nothing like the woman I left here. I mean, completely different. She looked different, too.
Very severe.
I'll tell you something, she didn't used to have that Cindy Crawford thing going on with that mole on her face. We don't get cancer, otherwise I'd be worried.
What do you get?
Too much iron sometimes, a little vitamin A overdose.
Could it be a curse mark?
I know where her curse mark used to be.
That wasn't it?
No.
It could be a new curse mark. And the nice old lady has arrived in town.
What are you doing here?
Well, on nights like these I can make more in town, and then I pass the savings on to you. It's just one more way I make it easy to shop the old gypsy woman way. Hello, Mr. Werewolf.
What if I knew somebody that might be under a curse of some sort? How would I tell this person's person how to tell what kind of curse it was?
I'm very sorry. You're gonna have to do better than that.
If I think somebody might be under a curse, how could I tell?
Oh, I don't know if that's something you could tell, honey. I could probably tell if I could see exactly what the mark looked like. But I guess you'd have to get your friend's person here. Hello, Mr. Werewolf.
Just wondering how I can get this curse mark off later.
Well, any qualified surgeon should be able to get it out for you. But you have to make sure they get the whole root. If you've got a syringe, you can get rid of it yourself with a little weed killer. But don't tell the kids I told you that. I could get in big trouble. Hello, Mr. Werewolf.
Do you and the driver have a thing going?
Did you hear that, Mr. Eisenstadt? He wants to know if we've got a thing going.
He's a crafty one, that boy is.
Should I give him an answer?
He didn't ask me, madame. He asked you.
He's a very evasive man.
He's a very well-respected man, and that accent...
Alright, so maybe we can get an impression of this curse mark. Now that we have some money, we can buy some of these wax slips.
I'll sell you those, but I'll have to see your ID.